also made the promise early on in the season. I was like, I'm going to do the splits on the chairs. And they were like, oh yeah? I was like, post up. Yes, I am. And then when the time came, I actually had to do it. And that was a little scary, but it was fun. It was definitely a new sort of avenue for me.
My first question is for Dove, which is, you are crushing it in pop music right now. What keeps bringing you back to the world of musical theater?
Just can't stay away. It's a sickness. No, I mean, I'm a theater kid. I feel like the thing I always get asked on like a carpet is like, which one would you choose if you had to? And I'm always like, nah, I can't. And I feel like I've been lucky enough that I haven't had to. Yep. I think that for a lot of people who start out in musical theater, speaking for the both of us, there is a deep love and fascination for both straight acting, whether that's in films or straight theater or anything like that. And then also for music, I think both of those mediums move, people like Aaron and myself. And so I've been lucky enough that I get to do all of it so far until the day comes where I'm like, I'm truly on my last leg, because it's like the only conflict is really that it just requires like way more hours in the day than there are. But it's, musical theater is my first love. It always will be. And I'm lucky enough to be a part of the show.
Aaron, I know you've done, in addition to, so much theater, you've done a lot of film and TV. But I think you tend to play characters who or like be in shows that are a little more on the serious side. So how is it for you to get to like flex the comedy muscles on Schmigadoon?
I love it. I mean, I'm quite a silly person.
He's just a silly guy.
And most people don't know that, besides the people that I'm really close to. So this is actually much more similar to who I am as a person, what I kind of get to do in the show. Whereas like I've also been in a lot of very serious, very wretchedly emotional things, which is great. And I love doing that. But this is so much more fun. It's so much more fun to kind of to tap into that and just get to play. And especially with this group of people, it's so much fun to get to just like throw it against the wall with all of them.
I just have to say really quickly before we move on that I think Aaron is like a comedy genius. Oh. And I didn't get to spend any time with him in season 1. It was almost like we never met. Like it was that, because we just were quarantined.
Yeah.
But being able to like watch you do your thing up close this season was incredible.
Thank you, Dove.
He's a genius.
Thank you.
Both of you this season, I think, absolutely crushed it. It seems like both of you kind of even had more to do than you did in the first season. Like Dove, you have that insane song right off the bat, and then Aaron, you follow it up. How was your experience on this season compared to the first, just in terms of your musical numbers and what you got to do?
Well, I had to learn how to chair dance. And I also made the promise early on in the season. I was like, I'm going to do the splits on the chairs. And they were like, oh yeah? I was like, post up. Yes, I am. And then when the time came, I actually had to do it. And that was a little scary, but it was fun. It was definitely a new sort of avenue for me. I never really get to be sexy in any way. And while this character is, very campy, it was also, it was sexier than last season. That's for sure. I had a lot of fun. I was happy to have my own number. And I was really happy to play a character that was, inspired by someone who I grew up loving so much, as a cabaret fan.
This show, because you get to keep coming back as different characters, it seems like a really great way to just have fun with the people you're working with, which you kind of touched on. But, how has it been to get to play these different dynamics with people that you may or may not have worked with a lot before?
Interestingly, I think the first season, Dove had a lot of scenes with Keegan, and I had a lot of scenes with Cecily, which was amazing. And then we kind of got to switch this year, which is really cool. And yeah, I mean, I've been such a huge fan of Keegan's, and I think I worked maybe one day on set with him the first season, and then this time I just got to I was on set with him almost every day, and so it was just so much fun to get to be around him and his energy. But that's how it is with everyone in this cast. I mean, everyone is so good at what they do and so prepared. There's no wasted time. And the only time wasted is probably us having too much fun.
Yeah, so that's really stupid. If you saw us behind the scenes.
But it services the show. So it's actually a good thing for the story. But no, it's just, we're very, very lucky, fortunate.
Yeah. I don't know how we actually ended up at this gig. Yeah, it's like way too lucky. I really don't know either. Way too lucky.
Cool. Well, I think that's my time for you, but it's congrats on the season. You two have my favorite songs of the season. So it's,
thank you.
It's so good. You're both amazing in this. So.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're lovely. Thank you so much for your time.